In the face of the COVID-19 pandemic, New Orleans EMS faced both trauma and tragedy on the streets and in neighborhoods across the city. That tragedy struck their own personal lives as well, taking their loved ones as they worked to save others. And as Heath Allen shows us, it's taken a special kind of courage to make it through.
I've actually sat in the ER and cried for people because I'm like, I want to see, I'm trained to want to see people do well, and it's really hard. It's really hard.
When COVID came, Amber Crawford met it head on every day. Fear, anxiety, pressure, crashes, gunshot wounds, and COVID. And then the walls came crashing in.
I did. I lost my dad and my grandfather.
With her dad in the hospital a month and a half, Amber continued to roll with EMS.
He'd actually beaten COVID and was no longer tested positive for COVID, but he died from the toll it took on his body.
I got a phone call from my mother saying that she had to bring my dad to the hospital because he was having trouble breathing.
Samuel Mayora's dad had COVID. What Samuel didn't realize, though, was he had it too. He and his family had to quarantine. Things were unraveling quickly.
Just a week after my father passed away in the ICU. And he passed away right as I was getting over the worst part of my symptoms.
Samuel would not see his father again until he identified him at the funeral home. Story after story, EMTs and paramedics losing loved ones of their own, but still getting up and coming to work. The grief, the pain, always as close as the next role.
You have other co-workers that lose family members, but we have to keep going.
Lieutenant Charlie Brown, that heartbreaking hammer fell with the loss of his brother-in-law to COVID. Charlie was there, doing all he could to save his life. You performed CPR on your brother-in-law?
Yeah. And until my co-workers got there, and that really hits home. I mean, it is home.
Unfortunately, we have people who are still losing loved ones, and everyone's worried about what these strains mean. Are the vaccines going to be good enough? And then also just wondering when we can get back to normal.
Back on the forklift, sure. But back to normal's probably a long way off for Charlie and Samuel and Amber. They'll be dealing with the trauma and loss well down the road. The pain is real and is blaring as the next siren. Samuel's first patient back, a man like his dad with COVID.
Of course, it's extremely difficult, and you just have to focus on treating the patient, treating and helping them feel better. And that's what I focus on. I just focus on every single person. How can I help them?
For Amber, it's a matter of putting her grief on hold, dealing with the pain of others, pumping herself up for the next 12-hour shift.
I do deal with some hard coming to work. Sometimes it's hard to get out of your vehicle. When sometimes you sit in your car till that very last minute you can clock in.
A veteran of 4 decades with his EMS family, Charlie Brown still feels the pain, but he also understands the inevitability of the next call.
We take care of each other, but when you lose a family member and you're the first responder on the scene, you take care of them and you have to keep it together, and then you have to come back to work.
Coming up next week, the ugly truth about the physical dangers faced by EMTs and paramedics in the field and the racism they often endure in one of the world's most diverse cities, as seen through the eyes of first responders. Heath Allen, WDSU News.